Hello, good morning students. Welcome back to science class. Students, today we will discuss about the tissue. In the previous lectures, we were discussing about the plant tissues because there are two types of tissues which are different in plants and different in animals. One are plant tissue and other are animal tissues. In plant tissues, we divided the tissues between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now today students, we are going to start about the details of the animal tissues which are present in the animals. Now students, the animal tissues are divided into four types of tissues depending upon their functions and structures. Right students, their structures and their functions are different. So they are divided into four types. One is epithelial tissue, second connective tissue, third is muscular tissue and fourth is nervous tissue. Now students, in this lecture we are going in the detail to discuss about the epithelial tissue. Now what is epithelial tissue? Epithelial tissue is basically a protective tissue which protect all the cells from the injuries, damages and infections because it forms the covering of most of the organs and cavities within the bodies. This is known as the epithelial tissue, is also known as the covering or protective tissue. It covers most organs and cavities within the body. Right students? Skin, lining of the mouth, blood vessels, kidney tubules, all are made of the epithelial tissues. Skin is also made up of epithelial tissue. These cells in the epithelial tissue, as you know students, the tissues are formed by the group of cells. So these cells in the epithelial tissue are tightly packed. They are tightly packed like the different types. See the different types of epithelial tissues. These cells are tightly packed. They have no or very few intracellular spaces. They have no or very few intracellular spaces. When there are no intracellular spaces, so the liquid present in them, which is known as matrix, is also absent. So how are these cells in the epithelial tissues? They are very tightly packed. They are arranged very tightly. They have very few or no intracellular spaces. Now, and one more thing is, these cells in the epithelial tissue are separated by others through basement membrane. They are separated from each other with the help of the basement membrane. And what is the function of the epithelial tissue? The function of the epithelial tissue is to protect them from injury, infection or any damage. That's why we call them as covering or protective tissue, because they help in the protection from injury, infection or any type of damage. Now students, depending upon the shapes and we can also call the functions, the epithelial tissues are further divided into four types of tissues. One is squamous epithelial tissue, other is columnar, third is cuboidal and fourth is ciliated. There are four types of epithelial tissue. Now the first is squamous epithelial tissue. It is again divided into simple squamous and stratified squamous epithelial tissue. The difference between the two is that in simple squamous epithelial tissue, there is only one layer of cells. You can see in the diagram students, there is only one layer of cells in simple tissue, and in stratified there are many layers of cells one upon another. Right students? They form, simple squamous epithelial tissue forms the delicate lining of mouth and esophagus. Where they are present, they form the delicate lining of mouth inside the mouth and esophagus. And the stratified squamous epithelial tissue, they prevent the wear and tear, and they are present, example, at the skin and many many more parts. Why we call it as stratified? Because the word strata means many layers. The word strata means many layers. So there are many layers of cells. It is known as the stratified epithelial tissue. Now the second type of epithelial tissue is columnar. Columnar, as the word suggests, column, it is means pillar-like. These cells are pillar-like. They have pillar-like cells. Columnar have pillar-like cells because the column means pillar-like. They occur in the lining of stomach and gallbladder. Where they are present? They are present in the lining of stomach and gallbladder. What they do when they are present occur in the lining of stomach and gallbladder? They will definitely help in absorption, secretion and protection because they are present in the lining of stomach and gallbladder, and as the name suggests, columnar, they are pillar-like structures. Now the third is cuboidal. Cuboidal cells are have tube-like cells. They have tube-like cells, and where they occur? They occur in salivary glands, sweat glands, thyroid glands and lining of kidney tubules. The cuboidal epithelial tissue are mostly found in the glands. They occur in the salivary glands, sweat glands, thyroid glands and lining of kidney tubules. What they do? What is their function? They provide mechanical support. The cuboidal stratified epithelial tissue, what they form? Cuboidal epithelial tissues, they provide mechanical support. Now the last type of epithelial tissue is ciliated epithelial tissue. Ciliated epithelial tissue. As the name is telling, ciliated means which contains cilias. Right students? They are cuboidal or columnar cells. They have both the shapes. Cells have cilia on the free surface. You can see cilia on the free surface. As you know, what is the function of cilia? Cilia is responsible for the movement. Cilia is always responsible for the movement. Where it is present? It is present in respiratory tract, fallopian tubes, etc. As the name I told you, it is responsible for movement of mucus, urine and egg, etc. As the cilia are responsible for the movement, so they are responsible for the movement of mucus, urine and egg, etc. So students, these were the 4 types of epithelial tissue: squamous, which is further divided into simple and stratified. Simple have 1 layer of cells and the stratified has many layers of cells. And columnar epithelial tissues are have pillar-like cells. They occur in the lining of stomach and gallbladder. So they are responsible for the secretion, absorption and protection. And third is cuboidal, because name suggests cuboidal, they are tube-like cells and they mostly occur in the glands, salivary glands, sweat glands, thyroid glands, etc. They provide mechanical support. And fourth is ciliated epithelial tissue. As the name suggests, they contain cilia on the free surface. Cilia is responsible for the movement of the mucus, urine and egg, etc. So student, these were all the 4 types of epithelial tissue, which is a protective tissue which is present on the skin, lining of mouth, blood vessels, kidney tubules, and they are separated from each other with the help of the basement membranes. In the next lecture, we will discuss the next type of animal tissue, connective tissue. Till then, take care, have a nice day. Thank you.